So we have first aid kit here from Sweden. And hi, how are you girls?
Good. Yeah.
This is your first time in St. Gallen, at Openair St. Gallen. Are you excited to perform?
Yes, always. Yeah, we love playing music, so it's always fun when we get to do it.
You've posted on Facebook that you're super excited for all your gigs. Is there a special one you're looking for?
No, I don't think so. Not in particular. I mean, it's fun with festivals because you never really know what to expect, and both with the show and just the festival in general. And so it's just nice to have a surprise everywhere you go.
All right. And do you have free time to spend in Switzerland? Do you get...
No.
Not at all?
No, unfortunately.
So it's just work?
Yeah, we have 21 shows this summer, so we have to move fast.
How do you keep the energy high? How do you make sure you don't get tired?
Well, we have some days off sometimes, and then we just try to go to the gym and rest. Yeah. Take care of ourselves, go to the spa, stuff like that.
So you treat yourself as well?
We treat ourselves, yeah.
That's important. So, girls, I need to ask you this. Since Sweden is playing against Switzerland next Tuesday, are you watching the Football World Cup?
Of course, yeah.
You are?
Yeah. We're going to be in Luxembourg, I think. Yeah. I was a bit worried we were going to be in Switzerland. That would have been interesting.
Fun. Yes, I don't know if I should be nice to you because our audience will be mainly Swiss.
Yeah, I know, right? We're enemies now.
What's your guess? What do you think? What will be the scores look like?
I have no idea. We're just amazed that Sweden got this far. Yeah. Like, we didn't think so.
It's really hard to tell.
This cup has been really strange. Hard to predict. So.
Like all the big clubs or countries were kicked out by small countries you wouldn't expect.
Yeah, so I don't want to say anything. Yeah. I don't want to look stupid. We'll see.
But of course
we're rooting for Sweden. I mean, we're Swedes.
I root for Switzerland, of course.
Yeah. I have to say this, that when we're in America, for example, people always think that we're from Switzerland. They always confuse Sweden and Switzerland all the time.
Now they must be super confused.
I know. Yeah, exactly.
What? Are they playing against each other, like the same country? Who do you think is going to win the World Cup? Do you have a guess?
Sweden. No. I really don't. Yeah, I'm not that involved. It's just when Sweden's playing, I'll watch it.
Of course. Oh, great. But let's talk about music as well. Your single Fireworks is such a beautiful song. And I was wondering, I have to give the lyrics real quick to the audience who maybe don't know it. So why do I do this to myself every time? I know the way it ends before it's even begun. I'm the only one at the finish line. This is heartbreaking. Like, have you ever been in love, only one-sided, and have not been loved back? Is that where the inspiration comes from?
No, not really. I mean, if you want to, hear that in it, I'm sure, it's about loneliness. So, and it's about sort of having these big plans and things, and for your life and for your future, and then that never really working out the way that you plan, because you can't really plan anything, and being with someone and thinking how it's going to end, and then you end up alone. That's sort of what it's about.
That's what I understood, and I wondered, I think this is something a lot of people can connect to. Do you think this is the reason why you connect so well with your fans as well? Because you talk about things people can relate to.
Yeah, I mean, it seems that way, at least, we're really grateful for it. And it's really helpful when you're going through hard things to put it into a song, and then to realize that you're not alone in your feelings, that people feel the same way, and we can sort of comfort each other. Yeah, it's beautiful.
On the other hand, I wonder, it's hard to be vulnerable, to show people that you have feelings too. Is this something which is hard to you, to release it out to the world? In the writing process, I get it. It definitely must help you, but you sing it on stage and people see a bit of your soul as well.
Yeah, but that's the thing, I think about with Claire and me, we just don't have any filters. We're very real on stage. We don't try to act cool, or we couldn't. We're just the way we are, and we're very natural, and I think, to us it doesn't feel strange to be vulnerable, because we're just being real, we're just being ourselves. I think it's the most beautiful thing in the world to be vulnerable. And I mean, of course we choose what we
share with people. You know, we're not standing there like talking. You know, the lyrics are a part of us, but they're not our whole lives. Like, they're not diary entries with like names and places. You know, it's like it's a chosen part of ourselves that we want to share. But it's just really powerful and beautiful to share it. And
That's beautiful. And I also noticed, like, you are the big sister. You just had to take the strand out of her face. So I was wondering about your relationship as sisters. How would you describe it?
Well, we're more like twins. And, you know, I don't think you can tell that much that I'm the older sister.
I had to look it up, to be honest.
Yeah, everyone thinks I'm younger, too. No, we have a great relationship. I mean, it's strange because we work together and we see each other every day.
And there's a lot of pressure and like stressful situations, and on shore you're tired a lot of the time. So you know, we struggle sometimes, like you would, being that close to someone, and like both close as in like just the relationship is close, but then also being in like a close space like all the time, and having to like make big decisions, and you know, it's our lives, and we have to agree on certain things.
But we get along really well. I mean, otherwise we wouldn't be doing this for like 11 years. So.
Right, you started back in 2007. Do you think it's easier or harder to be sisters in business?
I don't know, because I've never worked with anyone else. But I do think it's a good thing. Because we know each other so well. And like, if Clara's having a bad day, or like, you know, if she's feeling tired, I'll do more of the work, and vice versa. Like, we really take care of each other. And we know that, you know, no matter what, we'll still be there for each other. Like, whatever happens, we'll always be sisters.
Oh, that's sweet. And true, of course. Was there a moment you were especially proud of your sister? You already have an answer, I guess.
I know.
No, I have so many. I don't have like I don't know.
When I played bass for the first time?
Yeah, I was going to say. I mean, that was really amazing because Joanna had been playing keyboards in our band for a really long time, and then she said, "Oh, I want to play the bass now." And I was like, "That's crazy. What are you're just gonna pick up the bass and play it?" And then she just did. She spent like hours every day practicing for like a year. And then she was just a badass on the bass. Like, it was so cool. No, seriously. And I mean, I love playing the guitar, but I don't really have that discipline where I'm just like, I'm gonna practice every day. Like, and that's something that I really admire about her.
And the same question for you?
Well, I'm proud every day because Claire does this speech during our show. We have a song called "You Are the Problem Here" that's about rape and rape culture and how men violate women. And Claire just has this beautiful speech where she talks about it. And I think it's really inspiring to listen to that and to see your passion and anger.
You know, I get angry.
And it's really brave to do that. So
I think it's especially these days, everybody talk about it as well. It's very important to talk about it. And people wouldn't expect behind those sweet faces and sweet coded music that something serious like this could be discussed as well. Why do you think it's important for you to talk about it and make music about it?
Because it's a question of life and death. I mean, women are being killed and raped every day by men, and so we can't just shut up. Like, we have to talk about it and pay attention to it, and not just talk about women's role in it, because it's men that are perpetrating these crimes. And I mean, we just hope that people are going to actually start paying attention, and that men are going to start, listening to like their environment, and not let like little sexist things slide, because we do that all the time and we normalize it, and then that becomes
lowers the standards.
Exactly. And then the big things, I mean, and they happen all the time, you know,
especially at festivals as well, where there's been a lot of rape. You know, it's really good to talk about it, and maybe men will stop and think twice, you know.
And that no means no, for example.
Like, it should be obvious,
little things,
but it's not.
Do you think that you can really reach people? Do you get reactions from women or even men who say like, "Hey, thank you"? Some people had to hear it in my surrounding.
Absolutely. I mean, I can see it in the crowd during the shows, you know, that people are really responding to it, and it's sort of unexpected.
I mean,
and we've gotten lots of letters from like rape victims who've been,
the statistics, it's like at every one of our shows, there's going to be a couple of women there who have been raped, and I mean,
Unfortunately, yeah.
and so for us to talk about it and just kind of be angry, because women aren't really allowed to be angry in our culture. We're not allowed to
just be people pleasers, look pretty and sing
that's
pretty
what we're
songs.
taught, you know. And
It's
so,
not considered female to be angry.
It's bullshit.
So I think it's important that to let people feel that anger and to feel community amongst each other. You know, as women, we have to support each other and stand up for each other. It's really important.
Now, this is a very serious topic, and I wonder, you as sisters, like, do you worry about each other? Like, when do you worry most about your sister, for example? Are there situations where you feel a bit uncomfortable?
I mean, there's been situations, you know, when we started, we were so young, and I think there's been times when men maybe have mistreated us or given us comments and, you know, just bullied us a little bit for being women. And that's not really...
Are those people from the industry or people
online, but also, people in the industry. I mean, it's a very male-dominated sphere. There's just men everywhere, so... it was almost like it was, you know, like two young women doing this like genre, like Americana country, which is very male dominated, and it's kind of like a little offensive.
Yeah.
But I'm not really worried about my sister. I mean, she's badass, and you know, we were raised with a really feminist mom who taught us to be very strong and to like voice our opinions from an early age. So I think we can handle it.
Yeah.
Is there anything you want to add to that topic?
No, I think she put it perfectly.
And lastly, to lift up the spirits, where do you see yourself in 20 years? What do you think? Where will you two be? It's a long time, I know.
Well, I mean, I think we both just want to evolve as people and artists and experiment, try new things, whatever that is. I mean, if it's music or, I mean, we have a lot of passions, things that we're passionate about, and so hopefully, you know, doing things to better the world.
You already are, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
I think that you'll have like, you've opened a dog shelter in Stockholm.
Oh yeah, that's
and
we're
like,
on the countryside.
And we have like a house on the countryside.
Yeah,
with lots of dogs and animals.
Yeah,
and so we've made some amazing records.
Hopefully.
So you'll be still making music, living in Stockholm somewhere.
Yeah, maybe I'll have a house in LA as well.
Oh, in LA as well. It's like
that would be my dream.
I just want to have kids.
Yeah.
And
how many?
We'll have like
many kids?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
They'll all play in the First Aid Kit band tour together.
Seems painful, the whole thing. I mean, really cool and painful, so not too many.
All right. I think that's a beautiful vision. I wish that everything comes true, including your house in LA. Thank you very much for the interview, Joanna and Clara. Thank you.